Hello viewers, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal, stand before you with a topic, labor laws in India. Part 1. This labor laws in India is found in +3 5th semester DSE paper 2, and the name of the paper is Development Process and Social Reforms in Contemporary India. In India, many labor laws are found, but in this video, we'll discuss 6 important labor laws in part 1. In next video, labor law part 2, we'll discuss rest of labor laws. But before I discuss labor laws in India, I want to inform my viewers that the name of my channel is @Dilip Kumar Pal 9375. If you will search this channel in Google or YouTube, you will get videos of +3 first semester to 6th semester political honors, +3 first semester to 5th semester ethics and value, +3 first semester to 2nd semester political and generality, and videos of environmental studies of +3 first semester, and some videos of +2 first year, +2 second year, videos related to political science. Any video you want, just write my name Dilip Kumar Pal and the name of the topic in Google or YouTube. You will get videos in Odia and English. These videos are available in the channel. Let us start. Labor laws in India, part 1. It means in India many labor laws are found, and in labor law in India part 1 we will discuss 6 important labor laws. Let us start. In order to regulate issues relating to labor, a number of labor laws are found in India. These labor laws are framed after being influenced by decisions in International Labour Conference, recommendations of International Labour Organization, principles of Human Rights Commission, principles of different type of ideologies. Following are important labor laws in India. In India, in order to deal with labor issues, many labor laws are found. And labor laws in India have been framed after being influenced by decisions taken in international labor conferences, recommendations of international labor organizations, principles of Human Rights Commission, and principles of different ideologies. On the basis of these factors, labor laws in India have been framed. And following are important labor laws in India. Important labor laws in India. Number 1, Workmen's Compensation Act of 1923. Workmen's Compensation Act of 1923. This act mentions compensation of a worker if he will be injured in the working place, and what compensation will be given to his family members in case of his death. Workmen's Compensation Act of 1923 speaks, if a worker will be injured in the working place, what compensation will get? If a worker will die in the working place in course of working, what compensation his family members will get? This is told by Workmen's Compensation Act 1923. Number 2, Trade Union Act of 1926. Trade Union Act of 1926. This act provides for registration of trade union to make it legal, and this act confers certain privileges and protection to registered trade unions. Trade Union Act of 1926 speaks that trade unions should be registered so that they will become legal, and registered trade unions will get some protection and privileges. Number 3, Payment of Wages Act 1936. This act mentions by when wages will be distributed to employees by the employers. This act also provides the tax withholdings the employer must deduct and pay to the central or state government before distributing wages. Payment of Wages Act 1936 speaks two things. First of all, it speaks by which date the payment will be given to the employee by the employer, and it speaks that the employer should deduct the taxes from the employees before wages will be given to them. It means those employees which are entitled to give tax from their salary, the employer will deduct the tax before wages will be given to them, and the tax will be deposited either in central government or state government by the employer. Number 4, Industrial Employment Standing Order Act of 1946. Industrial Employment Standing Order Act of 1946. This act mentions that employers must make employee aware about job conditions like hours of job, timing, leave grant, amount of wages, holidays, rules of sick leave, rules for termination, etc. Industrial Employment Standing Order Act of 1946 speaks that the employer must intimate the employee different conditions of work like hours of job which the employee will have to perform, timing of the job, leave grant, amount of wages, holidays, rules of sick leave, rules for termination. So it must be the duty of the employer to intimate the employee the conditions of employment. Number 4, Industrial Disputes Act of 1947. Industrial Disputes Act of 1947. This act mentions how employers will address industrial disputes like lockout, layoffs, retrenchment, etc. This act speaks that how the employer will face different type of industrial disputes in the industry like lockout, layoff, retrenchment, etc. This act mentions what rules and regulations an employer will apply to address industrial disputes. This act speaks that no doubt in industry there will be disputes, but to solve those disputes, what rules and regulations the employer will apply. So disputes are many types like lockout. Lockout means temporarily shutdown of the factory by the employer but not winding up permanent of the factory. Lockout means it is a type of industrial dispute. Lockout means temporary shutdown of the factory by the employer but not winding up permanent of the factory. Lockout means temporary shutdown of the factory by the employer, not permanently shutdown of the factory. So lockout means the employer will shut down the factory temporarily, not permanently. So in that case, what rule will be applied? Then layoff, it is also an industrial dispute. Layoff means a company stops employing someone. Layoff means a company stops employing someone, sometimes temporarily, because the company does not have enough money or enough work. Layoff means it is type of industrial dispute. Layoff means a company will stop the working of an employee, or the company will prevent an employee to come to work due to some reasons. It may be monetary problem or maybe some other. So whenever a company will prevent a worker to come to the work temporarily, it is known as layoff. So layoff means company stops employing someone sometimes temporarily because the company does not have enough money or enough work. Layoff means sometimes the company prevent an employee to come to work temporarily for some reasons. It may be lack of enough money or enough work. Whenever there will be lack of enough money or lack of work, the company may prevent an employee to come to the work temporarily. It is an industrial dispute. So for this industrial dispute, what will be the rules and regulations? Number 3, retrenchment means removal of the employee, typically due to economic reasons like company restructuring, merger or cost cutting measures. Retrenchment means sometimes the company or the employer will take out. Retrenchment means sometimes a company or the employer will remove an employee from the job due to some reasons like company restructuring, merger of the company with other, or cost cutting measures. So retrenchment means removal of the employee, typically due to economic reasons. Retrenchment means whenever the employer or the company will remove an employee due to some economic reasons like company restructuring. Restructuring means company reconstruction, merger, company may merge with others, or cost cutting measures. So this act mentions what legal rules a company will adopt to solve those industrial disputes. So Industrial Dispute Act 1947 speaks whenever industrial disputes will appear, the company or the employer will adopt whatever rules and regulations. Then 6, Minimum Wages Act of 1948. Minimum Wages Act 1948. This act prescribes minimum wages in all enterprise. Central or state government can revise this act prescribe minimum wages in all enterprises. Minimum Wages Act 1948 says that there must be minimum wage for the employee in all enterprises. Central and state government can revise minimum wages from time to time at their discretion. In every enterprise there must be minimum wages, but central and state government must revise these minimum wages from time to time. Minimum wages is further classified by nature of work, location and numerous other factors at the discretion of the government. So, minimum wages is further classified by nature of work. Minimum wages is classified by nature of work. There will be different type of minimum wage for different type of work. Location, in different type of location there will be different type of minimum wage. Numerous other factors, and minimum wages is determined by number of other factors. Minimum wages is determined by the type of work, location of the work, and some other factors at the discretion of the government. So, in this video we discussed about 6 major labor laws in India, and in the next video, labor law in India part 2, will discuss some other labor laws in India. So I request my viewers to subscribe my channel so that new videos will come to you, and aware of your friends about this channel so some students will be benefited. Thank you. Have a good day.